free.
Testing. All right, Shalom Israel. Shalom Ba'Shem Yahshua Barakatham to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Al Adab Ba'Shem Yahshua sisters. We at the Isupk Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West Indian 23rd Street Hall, New York, under command of General Yohanan. We are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group.
That's right.
We teach that so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true biblical Israelites the Bible speaks of, and that the white man, or as you know him as, Esau, or as you know him as the white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Also, want to say this as well. When we say Israelites, you see the Dawadah, you see what we represent. We do not support what you know as the Israelis today. We do not support the nation of what you know as Israel today. Those are not the real Hebrew Israelites. Those are not the real Jews. Those are the synagogues of Satan, and that has been referred to in the Bible in Revelations multiple times, right? And if you don't believe us, then some people might not believe us, you can see the evil, wicked things that they're doing today. You see that they're continuously making deals with the U.S. and other foreign nations, getting sent billions of dollars for war. They're still currently bombing Palestine, enslaving them, doing all types of horrible things. So my point being is, if these were really God's chosen people and they are biblically accurate, so to speak, they wouldn't be doing any of this stuff.
Right.
Also, Christ would be here physically as well, but that's a story for another time.
Right.
With that being said, we're going to be in today's Sabbath service, as you already know. We're going to be reading from the book of Numbers, chapter 5, verse 9, to the book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 26. Priest and officer Abad Allah will be reading in the Hebrew, 49 verses in the Hebrew. We do 7, and then we do the next 7 in the English and continue. If anybody has any questions, of course, participation is greatly encouraged. Feel free to put it in the chat. And also like, share, and subscribe. You got anything about before we continue?
Come on, Passover, Houston, Texas, man. April 4th, man. Pay that Passover fee. $200, man. Get in there. Be there or be square, man. It's the Lord's Passover, man. It's the most glorious event that could ever take down on the planet Earth, man. Or that could ever go down on the planet Earth, man. So make sure y'all there, man. Sorry.
All right. All right. With that being said, Maijim just means to appear, which means to stand or rise.
Why after Allah? It's to Israel. Sorry. Which means to rise, stand and face the east. We're going over the prayers in the Hebrew and the English, beginning with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Wadash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Walakavka, Taba'ah, Batzaka, Hayah, Asha, Ba'arazda, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Batalanawa, Bakam, Ka, Yawam, Basalaknawa, Kawawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawawatinawa, Wala'ah, Tabayainawa, Banasaya 1, Abba, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Ka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Watapara, Wa'ulamium, Amun.
Now in the English, our Father,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
kingdom come.
thy kingdom come,
Thy will be done.
thy will be done
in
earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts
As we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation,
But deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom.
thine is the kingdom
And the power.
and the power
And the glory.
and the glory forever. So be it.
Amen.
Amen. This is the Hakak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, Baruch Shah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Harapa'ah, Kal Makala, Kal Madawa, Hakak, Matahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Hakwayim, Hamathium, Hakak, Harakawath, Tamala, Hagar Shun, Shem Yahushai, Wadaman.
This is Hakak, which is the power of the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please.
Please.
Give us the power.
Give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is blessed Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Yashra'ala, Habayah, Staparium, Barak, Hashem Yahushai, Wada Amma.
We just said was Lord.
Lord,
In the name of Yahushua.
in the name of Yahushua,
Bless us.
bless us
And Israel.
and Israel,
And the school.
and the school,
In the name of Yahushua.
in the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, All, Haryam, Yan, Yaba'ah, Azarya, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Shah, Samayam, Rakza, Ayathan, Mawat, Galka, Ayanawam, Samarka, Hana, La'ah, Samawam, Wala'ah, your son, Sawamar, Yashra'ala, Yahweh, Samarka, Yahweh, Zalka, Ayah, Yaminka, Yawamam, Asamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wairak, Balayala, Yahweh, Samarka, Yakal, Rai, Samar, Lapashka, Yahweh, Samar, Hazaka, Yawaka, Maita, Lai, I will love.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel,
that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy
The
keeper.
Lord is thy shade.
The Lord is thy shade
Upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee.
The Lord shall preserve thee
From all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going
The
out.
Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in
From this time forth.
from this time forth
And even.
and even forevermore. This is Psalm 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim, all Dami Alakah,
All the meal.
all Tagarash,
All
all the Squat, all Kayhana, Ayawabika, Yama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Yaryamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Yaitazawa, Altazapawanyaka, Marwa, Wakawa, Wanakakidam, Moya, Wala'a, Zakar, Shomyashra'ala, Awada, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Barya, Yakawafwa, Mahaya, Adawam, Wayashamai, Ayam, Mawaba, Hagarium, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Palasha, I'm Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gabashawar, Malawa, Imam, Kaiwa, Jarawai, Gabunya, Gawat, Salah, Aisha, Lahum, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Monakal, Koyaswan, Usamawa, Bayan, Dara, Kaiwa, Daman, Adama, Shaitamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Kairab, Kazaba, what's like a Kazalmanai, Call Nasiakamwa, Star, Amarwa, Rashah, Alawa, Ath, Na'awa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shaitamwa, Kagagla, Kakwash, Lapanda, Rawaka'a, Daradapma, Akash, Tabira, Yaira, Kalaba, Kalahat, Harayan, Kun, Dardatma, Basta Irika, Babasa, Wapatka, Babahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kalawan, Wayabakwashma, Sumka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Ayai, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Daiwa, Waya Tha, Sumka, Yahawa, Babaka, Aluwan, Alcohol, Ha'aratza.
Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O God.
O God.
For lo.
Thine enemies.
Make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
They that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the
Have
head.
lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted.
Against thy hidden ones. They have said,
Come.
Let
Us cut them off.
Let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
In the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel
No more remembrance.
may be no more remembrance.
They have consulted together.
For they have consulted together
With one consent.
They
are confederate against
They are confederate against
the
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of Edom
And
and the Israelites
of Moab.
and Hagarenes,
Gabal.
Gabal
And
and Ammon
Amalek.
and Amalek,
The
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
So also was joined with.
Sore also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of
They
Lot.
have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them.
Do unto them
As to the Midianites.
as to the Midianites,
As to Sarah.
as to Sisera,
As to Jabin.
as to Jabin,
The brook of Kison.
the brook of Kison,
Which perished at Endor.
which perished at the door.
They became as dung for the
They
earth.
became as dung for the earth.
Make their numbers like a red.
Make their numbers like Oreb
And like Zeeb.
and like Zaid.
Yea. All their princes.
All their princes,
As the Ba.
as the Ba
And as the Moon.
and as the Almuna,
Who
who said,
let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves
the house of God.
the house of God
In possession.
in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Like a whip.
Make them like a wheel,
As the stubble before the wind.
as the summer before the
As
wind,
the fire burnt the wood.
as the fire burneth the wood,
As the flame set the mountains
and
on
as the
fire.
flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute
them
with thy tempest.
with thy tempest,
And make them afraid.
make them afraid
With thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their face with shame,
That they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord,
Let them be confounded.
let them be confounded
In trouble.
and troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea,
Let them be put to
let
shame.
them be put to shame
And perish.
and perish,
Men may know.
that men may know that thou,
whose name alone,
whose name alone
is Yahweh.
is Yahweh,
art the most
art
high
the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth. This is the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Om Yaka'ala, Wa Alahayim, Hatazab Ya'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha'alawap Yam, Hasta Runyam, Hapatzayanyam, Hakahayoyam, Wahabatyam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Tawaramah.
Now in the English. Blessed to you, Yahweh.
Blessed you, Yahweh,
And Yahweh Shai.
and Yahushai,
And Michael.
and Michael,
And the angels.
and the angels.
Manager in Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana,
Generals.
the generals,
Captains.
the captains,
Officers.
the officers, the troopers,
And the sisters.
and the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry, it's me. You may be seated. For anybody who's just now tuning in, we're going to be going over the book of Numbers. We're going to start book of Numbers, chapter 5, verse 9, the book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 26, 49 verses in Hebrew. Preaching Officer Abadi Allah will be reading in the Hebrew. And we'll be breaking it down 7 verses by 7. So we'll start with the Hebrew and then break it down in English.
The book of Numbers, chapter 5, verse 9 in the Hebrew. Will call Tharaya Mala Lakal, Kodashia, Banaya, Yasrala, Ashar, Waya, Wakwa, Yakwa, Ra, Bawa, Lahakahan, so like Lakahan, Lawa, Yahaya, was like verse 10, Wa Ayash, Kodashia, Lawa, Yahayawa, Ashar, it's like Ayash, Ashar, Athan, Lakahan, Lawa, Yahaya. Verse 11, Waya the bar, Yahweh al Mashal Amar, the bar al Banya, Yashar Allah, Wa Amara, Alaham, it's like Alaham, Ayash, Yah, Tasha, it's like Tasha Ma, it's like Asha, it's like Ashtawa, Waya, Wama Alahab, Bawa, Ma'ayo, Ma'ila, Washa, it's like Washa Kab, Ayash, Atha, Shakabath, Zara'i,
Wana Ilam, Ma'ayanaya, Ayas, so like Ayasha, Wanata, Wanasa Thara, Wahaya, Nama Ma'a, Wa'id, Ayan, Baha, it's like Wahawa, La'a, Natha Pash, verse 14. Wayada Bar, it's like Wa'ai Bar, Wala Ya, it's like Al Yawa, Ra, it's like Rawak, Kwanaha, Wana, it's like Wakwana it's like Ashtawa, Wa'a, Nama Ma'a Awa, it's like Ibar, Ibara, Al Yawa, Rawak, Kwana Wakwana Ashtawa, Wahaya La'a, Natama verse 15, last verse, right? Verse 15, Wahabaya, Hayash, it's like Ashtawa, all Hakahan, Wahabaya, Kora Banaha, Al Yaha, Aisha, it's like Aisha Yara, Ha'ayapaha, Komach, Sha'irayam, La'a, Yatazak, Al Yawa, Shama, Shamawa, Wala'a, Yathana, Al Yawa, Laba Naha, Kaya, it's like Manakath, Kwana'ath, Hawa'a, Manakath, Zakara 1, Mazakara, Al Yawan, it's like I will not. I won.
All right. So, brother, I'm gonna have you start from Numbers chapter 5, verse 9 in English to 15 in English.
Numbers chapter 5, verse 9. And every offering of all the holy things of the children of Israel, which they bring unto the priest, shall be his. Verse 10. And every man's hallowed things shall be his. Whatsoever any man giveth the priest, it shall be his. Verse 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, verse 13, and a man lie with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept closed, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither shall be taken with the man. Verse 14. And the spirit of jealousy come unto him, and and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled, or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled. Chapter 15. Verse 15. Then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest, and he shall bring her offering for her, the 10th part of an ephah of barley meal. He shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon, for it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of memorial, bringing iniquity to remembrance.
Okay, so we talk about this real quick, right? So obviously we already know adultery is a sin. Adultery in the Bible, of course, is if a man lay with another man's wife, and obviously if a woman lays with another man that is not her husband. Adultery is not a man let's say you have a wife and you choose to take on another wife, that is not adultery. If that woman is actually single, and you know if she's single or not. If you go over there and you see like there's men's shoes over there, you might want to start asking some questions. You know, it's probably. But
nigga, who's size 12 Timbs in them? That's my
real.
son. He in 3rd grade.
That'll make no sense. There's a grown man living there, so you know better. Like, don't. I'm gonna say this real quick. Don't be one of them brothers. I'm paraphrasing. There's a scripture in the Bible where it says, willfully. You know, sometimes and I've seen it. Some people will try to deliberately make themselves ignorant. Like, for example, I've seen it to where obviously eating pork is a sin, right? Sometimes, Esau, he put pork in stuff that you wouldn't even think of, like the gelatin, stuff like that. And let's say you about to eat some gummies, but you're not sure if it's pork gelatin. There's bovine gelatin, which is lawful, because that's beef. Or it could be something else. You don't know, though. So instead of checking the ingredients and doing your due diligence, you just say, oh, well, I don't know. I'm going to eat it anyway. Even though it clearly says gelatin. I don't know, but, the Lord not going to punch me because I don't know. No, you're still in the wrong because something in your brain told you, like, maybe I should figure it out, but you chose not to. So in your mind, it's like trying to invite the sin in, like, oh, well, I didn't know. Don't be one of them. And this accounts also for brothers. You go out into the world, or you should. I mean, personally, I wouldn't. It's up to you. Like, if you choose to take on a rib from the world, do your due diligence. And for real, do your due diligence. Be with you, bro. If you choose to do that, okay, cool. Now, here in the school, the Bible, we're going to give you the tools of what you should and shouldn't do. And like he said, you go over that sister's house, apartment, whatever, and you know damn well she wears a size 7 in women's shoes, and you see some size 12 work boots,
butters,
just there, just sitting there, and you see them, and you just like, I'm not going to this. You're in the wrong. Let you know right now. Lord gonna deal with you. Now, going back to this, right? Adultery, we already know what that is. And when it says, talk about the spirit of jealousy, where it says that the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled. So what this comes across as, let's say there's a brother, his woman cheated on him, but he doesn't have like concrete evidence yet, but like, let's just say he notices something. He knows something off. He's starting to kind of feel like, what is she doing? It's like this type of it's an evil spirit that you're starting to get now too, because you're wondering like, what's going on. You're suspicious. So now what this is talking about is, this is going through the protocol of making sure like what's going on, like to see if the woman is actually cheating on him or not. We're going to read about some of the things that was done with like barley and the water and stuff. We don't do this anymore. Again, like if you're wondering why, we don't do a lot of like the offerings like how we used to, because we abused it. The ritualistic. Yeah, we don't do that anymore because we abused it. There's been plenty of times the Lord gave us plenty of time to get right. We did. So now what would actually happen, I pray this never happens to you. I pray a sister never does this in the school. If you do decide to step out on your man, you're getting kicked out. That's it. You're getting kicked out, and I would say Lord be with you, but the Lord is probably going to punish you for what you've done. All right, you're going to be kicked out because we can't have that type of spirit up here in the truth. And real quick, before I pass it on to you, if you are a brother, this is another thing. If you're a brother and your woman cheats on you, that is no longer your woman. Why am I saying that? Because if you choose to take her back and you stick your rod back in her, first of all, she's not going to respect you. Because like you just let her know, like, oh yeah, she can just do whatever, and you still going to keep her. Second of all, you committed adultery. Right. That goes over some people's heads. You're like, I committed adultery, and that was my woman. Exactly. That was your woman. I don't care if y'all got 3 kids. Yeah, but I know, I get it. I'm gonna be realistic with you. I get it. It hurts. We human at the end of the day. Don't nobody want that woman stepping out. We get it. But we're warning you now. If you didn't hear before, I'm telling you. If you take that woman back and you sleep with her, now you're in the wrong. Right. Now you're in sin. And whatever the Lord decides to do with you is what he decides to do with you. Y'all might stay together, but guess what? You're going to be paranoid as hell. I'm going to tell you a quick story real quick. I knew somebody like this This was like years ago. I was probably like 21 or something. Anyway, I had a roommate. His woman stepped out, and she told like a bold-faced lie, and we ended up finding out that it was true. She cheated on him, right? So Mans was hurt. He became like a really bad alcoholic, to the point where he was having like ulcers in his stomach. He wasn't eating. We had to bring him to the hospital. He had to get his stomach pumped. It was a lot. So I'm trying, be a good friend. I'm letting him know, like, hey, like you gotta cut that off. Like, if she's willing to do that on you, she don't respect you. She don't love you. That's not real love. And I get it was hard. They had a child together. Well, fast forward, he ended up taking her back. All I can tell you is that marriage, I don't speak to them anymore. This was like a long time ago, but that marriage was in shambles. Because then he became abusive, physically abusive, because he was angry at her for what she did, but he took her back. And because of the abuse, guess what? Now she's an alcoholic. Now you got two people. You got one who's a cheater, and you got one who's physically abusive. And now they're both alcoholics. Mind you, they have a child together.
Right.
You can only imagine like how the child might perceive that. It's not good. It's a broken home in a sense. They might physically be together. I don't know about now. By the time they were physically together, but it was a destroyer.
Right.
So that's what starts to happen. It's evil, right? It's like you go ahead.
Come on, so like if I may, and one thing that does to the child is it tears that child's mental apart. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in a house, like you saying, a dysfunctional household is probably the most detrimental thing to a child. That's where you get your school shooter. Oh, so like your school. Can I say that?
You can say that.
Okay, that's where you get your school shooters from, and your Jeffrey Dahmers. That's where you get all the psychopaths because they grew up in a broken home. They grew up with abusive parents, and if they don't end up, shooting up a school or doing something like that, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna end up beating their wife, or they're gonna end up getting beat by their husband because they think it's okay. That's all they've seen. Yes. It's like it's a generational curse that sadly a lot of blacks, natives, and Hispanics fall to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our probably, what I'm saying, back in the 40s, it was, casual for a man to come home and start punching. You know what I'm saying? So now, that demon has traveled, through the times with the people as they're growing up. You know what I'm saying? It's less common now, but it's not, what's it called? It's not completely eradicated.
Right.
But that absolutely destroys a child's mental. It destroys everything about that child. That's why it's so important to choose who you lay down with. You know what I'm saying? If you see any red flags in this girl, you think she's gonna cheat on you, and y'all ain't even slept with each other yet, don't marry her. You know what I'm saying? If you even have to think of something like that, like I understand like thoughts, everybody has their intrusive thoughts, but if you have any intrusive thoughts as far concerning your partner or concerning your significant other and you're not with them together, you haven't laid down with them, you have no obligation to them. You know what I'm saying? It's probably not going to work out. It's probably for the best. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the Lord giving you a sign like this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So you will be wise to choose who you lay down with, because you want to lay down with a girl you think that's going to cheat on you. Guess what? She's going to cheat on you.
Yeah.
And guess what? You're going to become an alcoholic, and you're going to get back with her. And you're both your alcoholics. And now you got a kid together. And now your kid hate both of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's
you know
real. That happens more than we would like to believe.
Right.
It really is. It's sad. It really is. And it's not fair to the child.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's like you said, that behavior, it passes on because they grow up seeing that. They see daddy beating mommy all the time, and one or two things are going to happen. Either that boy is going to grow up thinking that that's okay, and he's going to be an abuser. He's going to beat women, and that's not okay. He's probably going to run into the wrong one. He might go to jail. She might get scared. Hey, look, women can own weapons too. She might shoot him.
Oh, I was gonna say she might run into the wrong one. I got a little bit too many brothers.
Yeah, or she might have some brothers who actually give a damn about her. She might have a father in her life. They ain't gonna play that. You gonna get your ass whooped. I'm telling you, like, hey, look, it happens. Or vice versa. He might end up hating his father.
Right.
He hates him. But now you have this torn relationship. The man that you're looking at that's supposed to protect you and teach you, you hate this man.
Right.
And don't even get me started with your daughters. That's your father. This is your first example of what a man is supposed to be. And he's just abusive. He's probably abusing them kids too. And now you think this is normal. This is what a man does, and now you're gonna go into an abusive relationship. Or you might, I know this might be a little far-fetched, but this does happen. You might fear men so much you don't want to be with a man.
Now you rainbow.
And look, I'm telling you, like that is look, man, that's a whole nother topic. But this happens though, right? So this is kind of like before we get into the next 7 verses, kind of just get into. Somebody had a question.
It's like, sir, if I may, she do got a question that, and I like to say because I work with kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm an after school teacher, so I say this all the time. When I see a kid acting up, I don't blame that kid. I'd be like, what's going on at home?
Right.
Everything starts in the home. Everything that could possibly go wrong with a kid starts at home. You know what I'm saying? Everything that could possibly, mess up that child's life, mess up their choice in careers, mess up the, that can fry their mental starts at home. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so important that you choose who you lay with. So I guess, sir.
No, you good one.
This is this question. It says, so I guess, sir, is that the same for men that leave their wife?
And it's yeah. Oh yeah, that's you're not supposed to do that. And going back to what you were saying, this is also against the law in the Bible.
Right.
If we said it before, you lay with that woman, you stay with that woman. Now, hey, look, same way we tell sisters, look, be careful who you lay down with, sis, because the thing is, it's sad, but if a sister in the school, right, ends up taking on a man, and this man is just horrible, abusive, drunk, drugs, pedophile, I don't know, like just a weird dude, right? Just everything. It's like we sadly as priests cannot tell you to leave that man.
Right.
Now, school definitely will have to get involved, and somebody's gonna have to strike some fear into that brother's soul because he can't keep doing it. You can't just be out here just beating women and stuff. We're not doing it. All right. But we say this because we don't want this to happen to you. Like, we don't want you to go into a situation where, we can't do too much because now that man is your head. Now, what this is asking, does this apply for a brother leaving a woman? Same thing. We say, of course, well, not we say, the Bible states that if a woman cheats on you, you leave her, right? You're supposed to leave her. However, there's some women out there, they might not cheat on you, but they might be wicked as hell. And guess what, Ak? We can't tell you to leave her. You're stuck with her. Again, going back to be careful who you lay with, because if you do leave her and she did not commit adultery, you're in the wrong. You are now a whoremonger. Because what is a whoremonger? A whoremonger is a person that makes whores. How do you make whores? If you take on a woman and you leave her just because you don't like her, right? Didn't cheat on you. You just don't like her.
She talked too much.
Yeah, you chose labor.
Always complaining.
Yeah. So now, guess what? That woman, first of all, she's going to be scorned because she's not designed to be like that. She was supposed to be with you, but you left her. Well, guess what? Now her perception of men is now going to change. She's gonna now be whatever those. Trust me, we've all seen it. She's gonna carry those demons that she had with you to the next relationship. Now she's over here wondering, is he gonna leave me too? She might be even more of a monster now because now she's paranoid. Now she's self-sabotaging. She can't find the security anymore. And guess what? Now that man leaves her. Now she's sleeping with all these different men. Now in the world, in their mind, it's like, you're in a relationship with this man. So you might not be deemed a whore. Actually, in the Bible, no, you're still deemed a whore because you're still going from man to man to man. And these men are leaving her. They are now condemning her to sin because you're a sinner. That's why it's important, like you said earlier, be careful who you lay with. And like, we know you can't figure out everything, but you can get to the nitty gritty if you really wanted to. You got to have them talks. You got to see if y'all are compatible. You got to see if she's actually single. All right. No, for real. Like,
don't ignore the first pack of Fruit of Loom underwear. Don't ignore that, bro.
Not the Fruit of Loom.
Don't ignore it. You see it? Hey, I left something in my car. What did you leave in your car? I left me in my car. I'm finna get back in my car. I'm finna go home. I'm leaving.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Get out of it. Tell you.
The world will tell you, don't ignore red flags. And everybody like, oh, don't ignore red flags. But as soon as we tell you not to ignore red flags, like,
yeah,
I don't know what they're talking about. I'm gonna go sleep with any man I want to. I'm gonna have sex with every sister that I see that says yes. But as soon as we tell y'all not to do it, it's a problem. But the world will tell you, don't ignore red flags, sis. Do your work, do your research. Get on that T app. Ask about him. Ask around. Like, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
It just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like.
No, yeah, but that's a good question though. So with that being said, we'll continue. So Numbers chapter 5, verse 16 to 22.
Come on. The book of Numbers chapter 5, verse 16 in the Hebrew. Wahakwarayab, Atha, Hakahan, Wa'aima Raha, Lapanya, Yahweh, Lapa, sorry, Walakwach, Hakahan, Mayam, Kwadashyam, Bakal Ya, Karash, Mahana, sorry, Wamana, Ha'ai Para, Ashar, Yahaya, Barak, sorry, Bakwa, Kwai, Mashakan, Yakwach, Hakahan, Wathano, sorry, Wathan, Wanathan, all Hamayam, verse 18. Waha ay Mayad, Hakahan, Asha, it's like Ha'asha, Lapunya Yahweh, Wapa Ra'ai, Ra'ash, Ha'asha, Asha, Wanathon, Isle, Kappa, it's like Kappa Ya, Manaka, Hazaka Wana, it's like Hazaka Rawan, Mawa, Manaka, Quanath, Hawa'a, Wa'aibayar, Hakahan, Yaha, it's like Yahayawa, Maya, Hamarayam, Rarayam, verse 19, Waha Shabayai, like Waha Shabayai, Atha, Hakahan, Wa'amar, Al, Masha, Ama, La'a, Shakaba, Ayash, Athaka, Wa'ama, it's like Wa'ama, La'a, Shamaya, Mama, it's like Tama'a, Thakath, Ayashak, Hanakwaya, Mama Ya, Mas like Hamarayam, Ararayam, Ha'ala, verse 20, Wa'ah Kaya, Shathaya, Thakath, Ayash, Ayashak, Wakaya, Mana, Natama'ath, Hayathan, Ayash, Barak Shakabath Wa, Maba La'aidaya, Ayash, it's like Ishak, verse 21, Wahashaba Ya'ai, Hakahan, Atha, it's like Ha'asha, Basha Ba'aith, Bahalaha, it's like a Ha'ala, Wa'amar, Hakahan, La'ash, Yathan, Yahweh, it's like Awathak, La'alaha, Walasha Ba'aha, Batha, it's like Bathawak, Imaka, Batha, it's like a Batha, Yahweh, Waka, it's like a Waya, Waraka, Napalath, Wa'ath, Bata Maka, Tazabaha, verse 22, last verse. Waba Awa, Hamayam, sorry, Hama Rarayam, sorry, Ha'ala, Bama Ayak, La Taza Bawa, Batana, Wala Na Pala, Wana Lapal, Wala Nepal, Yaraka, Wa'ama Raha, Hamasha, Ha'asha, Amana. Sorry, Aman. 22.
All right, so you start Book of Numbers chapter 5, verse 16 in English.
Book of Numbers, chapter 5, verse 16. And the priest shall bring her near and set her before the Lord. And the priest shall take holy water in an earthen vessel, and of the dust that is in the floor of the tabernacle, the priest shall take and put it into the water. Verse 18. And the priest shall set the woman before the Lord and uncover the woman's head and put the offering of memorial in her hands, which is the jealousy offering. And the priest shall have in his hand the bitter water that causeth the curse. Verse 19. And the priest shall charge her by the oath and say unto the woman, if no man have lain with thee, and if thou hast not gone aside to uncleanness with another instead of thy husband, be thou free from this bitter water that causeth the curse. Verse 19. But if thou hast gone aside to another instead of thy husband, and if thou be defiled, and some men have lain with thee beside thy husband, verse 21, then the priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing, and the priest shall say unto the woman, the Lord make thee a curse and an oath among thy people, when the Lord doeth make thy thigh to rot and thy belly to swell. Verse 22. And this water that causeth the curse shall go into thy bowels to make thy belly to swell and thy thigh to rot. And the woman shall say, Amen, Amen.
Okay, so pretty much back then, what used to happen, if a woman was to commit trespass against her husband, of course, they would give her holy water, and they would mix it with pretty much other ingredients, and it was turned into like a bitter water. If she had actually committed the sin, after she drinks the water, it'll become more bitter, and it will cause her to rot from the inside out. All right, now if she did not, which we'll get into in a little bit, it's not too much of a spoiler. If she did not commit the sin, pretty much nothing would happen. Right. Now, again, we don't do this anymore. We, like you said earlier, we don't do a lot of the physical offerings because we've abused them. You gotta think right now. I'll say like this. This one's a little bit more severe because I mean, if you committed the sin, you're just gonna rot. That's just it is what it is. You know, you ain't getting away from that. You can lie to some people, but it is what it is. But a lot of times we kind of had to give like a form of payment if we committed the sin, depending on the severity of the sin. Now, in today's day and age, if you sin, now mind you, I'm saying if you sin, because we're not going to see it, everything. Our job as priests to be the messengers, to tell you what to do and what not to do, and to learn. But if you choose to still go off, and this includes us, by the way, if you decide to go off and do your own thing, and you know what's wrong, the Lord will judge you. Now, at that point, how he judges you is entirely up to him. He might give you a slap on the wrist. You might get away with it this time. You might get a severe punishment. We don't know, but because we don't know, we don't want you to even like go there.
Right.
Like don't even test the Lord because you don't know what's going to happen to you. And trust me, there are people in the school who have left and they decided to go do their own thing. I'm not making this up. Anybody who's been in school long enough knows this. Very bad things have happened to them. Some of them have been, I'm talking about like people who used to be like 5,000s are on drugs now. Women who used to be in the school, they done joined some other fake Israelite group, found out that they're abusive and they're gay, you know, and all other types of things. Some people have died straight up. I'm not over exaggerating that. Some people have died. Some people have become homeless. There's plenty of ways to punish you, you know, and we don't want that to happen to you. We want you to turn away from your evil, wicked ways. That's why we're having these classes and we continue to teach. But if you do, all we can say is, Lord, be with you. We don't want that to happen, though. So it's up to you if you choose to listen. You got anything?
Kind of what sir? Something that you said was kind of heavy that I kind of want to touch on, man. Some people leave this school and die. That's mercy to me. I ain't gonna lie, sir. I would rather lose my life than suffer in this world. You know what I'm saying? Leaving this school is literally choosing death. You leave here, you leave amongst the body of Christ, the people who actually serve God. You think this ain't it?
Yeah.
You think this ain't it? You think this ain't the home of the truth, and you leave, you're literally choosing death. And if you it's like if you literally lose your life, then it's mercy. Because the thing that the Lord could have did to you, the way he could have made you suffer slowly, that you would have wanted to take your own life, death was mercy. You know what I'm saying? Because leaving this school is choosing death. And here is the only way you learn how to live, truly. Everybody out there that's outside of this school, that's why in the Bible it says, prophesy unto these dry bones. The valley of dry bones, they're dead. They're the walking dead. They're living on autoplay. They're trying to survive. They're not living. They're not understanding what it is to actually go through life, understanding who you are, understanding your identity, understanding that you're not supposed to be like everybody in the world. That's horrible. Imagine going through your entire, however long you live, 35 years of life without knowing who you are, without understanding that you're the best person to ever, that you're of the greatest nation that ever touched this planet. That's death, man. That's a horrible way to live. So you leaving the school knowing everything that we teach and knowing the protocol and knowing everything that can happen to you. If you leave the school, how many times a week do you hear brothers that teach a class talk about somebody that left the school or is talking about leaving the school? You sit in all these classes, you so one West, I'm this, and then you leave. Man, you chose death. You're literally choose that red and that blue pill is in your hand, and you choosing the one that's gonna kill you. And that's what most people want. They like to be comfortable. They think they're finna go back in the world and do the same thing they was doing. They think they was getting money in the world, selling drugs. They're gonna leave. They come back into the school, change their life. You think they're gonna go back into the world and sell drugs and make more money?
Drugs gonna save your life.
Drugs is gonna. The Lord can't save your life, but selling, flipping dope will. That's ridiculous, man.
Crazy.
And it sounds just as crazy as thinking that you're gonna leave this school and prosper. In no way possible will the Lord allow you to. Hey, you might leave the school and you might still be cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this was not for you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you stumbled across, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you stumbled across this and it was not for you. Maybe the Lord didn't really want you in here to begin with. You know what I'm saying? But if a brother tells you, man, that you sitting in that seat is a blessing. You sitting in that seat is a miracle. That is so glorious. And you leave? You know Christ chose you to be in here? Y'all think y'all watching this class on purpose? I mean, because y'all wanted to? Y'all think we raising people up because we want to? No, this is of God, man. You thinking that you can go and choose the world over God is ridiculous. Read Exodus. To those that thought they could choose a golden calf over the Lord God Almighty, and look what happened to them. They got swallowed up in the earth. This is the way of life right here. This is how you live. This is how you truly be a walking, living person. Out there, outside them doors, man, there ain't nothing for you, and that's something that a lot of our people got to realize sooner now than later. The world can't provide nothing for you but death. It's a lot.
No, what you bring up is like it's so spot on because it's real. Like I think because like we're building flesh. Sometimes we think carnally, and you think that because you might have an issue with somebody in the school, something didn't get resolved, or maybe you didn't like something.
I didn't get counsel.
Yeah, you didn't get no counsel. No, for real. You didn't get counsel. Maybe you didn't like the counsel. I don't know. Whatever your reason it is, you chose to leave. And I really want you to understand what you're leaving. If you choose to leave, that's on you. But again, we're priests, so we got to keep it real, right? If you leave the school, when we say you choose death, and like you said, like if you die physically, that is mercy. Because at least like you don't suffer. You know what I'm saying? Like you just, hey, you out of here, But if you leave the school, you are choosing death because what is death? What are we talking about? We're talking about the spirit of death. We're talking about that demon. The demon inside of you, his main mission is to make you die. That's his mission. You ever seen like the old cartoons, like the old like Tom and Jerry cartoons, and it's like you got the angel right here and you got the devil right here, and it's like you letting that little demon, the one that's on your left shoulder, that's the one that you letting win. And guess what? It will lead you to death. But what is death? Death is spiritual.
Right.
Death can mean you're homeless and you're on drugs. You're not physically dead, but your mind is gone. It was one brother. I heard this when I first got to school. It was a brother. His rib did not want him in the school. She fought him on it. And she said, if you stay here, I will leave you. So brothers try to talk to him like, hey man, that's the type of woman she is, then you might just have to let her go. And the Bible tells you that too. If she decides to leave, that sin is on her.
Right. Let her leave.
Let her leave.
What do the Muhammad say?
Yeah.
Shalom.
Yeah, you didn't leave her. You didn't commit the sin.
Right.
Let her leave. You want to know what he did? He didn't listen to the brothers. He ended up leaving with her. And here's the kicker: she still left. Still left. Like the demon won. That was it. He got you up out of there, and then the thing that you thought was so precious to you, she left you too.
And now you want to take your own life.
Yeah, and that's what happens. And like you said, just real quick before we continue, when we say there really is nothing out there for you, it really ain't. Because think about it. You come in here and you learn the truth. You learn about who God really is. You learn about your true lineage. You learn about how the world really works.
Right.
You think that you can just get a good education, get a 9 to 5, and everything's good, but then like the world keeps changing, keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Look at the economy. It says about like 50% of people are living paycheck to paycheck, right? You think $40 an hour back then, that was a lot of money. Now $40 an hour today, especially in California, it sounds good until you realize how expensive everything is. Mind you, that's $40 an hour before they tax you. You might really be making 25 for real. But that's how they get you though. You think that you can trust the system that was designed for you to fail. One thing I want to touch on real quick, I don't know if anybody's been on the internet, but there was a trend. It was like 21 Savage, some other rappers. They were saying pretty much like F the streets. Now, I thought it was very interesting because, you're saying F the streets. Mind you, you got rich off of pretty much appropriating street culture. Talking about, you'll kill a nigga this and you'll F this chick. You'll pretty much all mainstream rap today is nothing but sex, money, drugs, violence, killing, pimping. That's all it is, right? And those things, like, don't get me wrong, like you still might listen to some stuff here and there, but you got to think about the youth and stuff like that. They listening to that now, right? And they already come from broken homes. Their idea of a successful man is 21 Savage. Mind you, now it's the same man talking about some F the streets because he's like, like he said something where he said in Atlanta, they groom you. They groom, and the thing is, he's right. I actually agree with him, but it's just interesting now.
Oh, now.
Yeah, now you're speaking out on it because let's be real.
He done made enough money.
Yeah, you made enough money, and that's the message that I think people aren't really getting. He, in his mind, he's saying F the streets. And it's like, I think it's like G Herbo and all these other rappers, they hop on a trend or whatever. But it's like, how are you going to say F the streets when you got rich and made it out of the hood by rapping about the streets? Also, the things that they be rapping about is fake. It's fake. Y'all talking about, I ain't a snitch. What happened with Gunna? He snitched. You talking about, you hard and this, that, and the third, but you wearing dresses. We find out that you sleeping with men on the low. But then you want to sit here and talk about somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about like it's just degeneracy now. But you got rich off of that. Right. Now because you might be satisfied, or maybe because your pockets hurt a little bit, because maybe you're not making as much money as you used to, because people are starting to get a little older, and the target audience that you were trying to go towards, they getting older. That's the thing. Kids grow up. Right. And then eventually you get out of that mindset like this ain't really cool.
Like, I'm finna hoop, nigga.
Yeah, like you talking about, like think about it. You still got grown men trying to tell kids that they lame because they got an education. Mind you, you on the streets. You talking about you run the streets. And you still live in your mama house,
bro. Devontae, you had them clothes on 2 days ago.
like what we talking about? You've been wearing the same shoes for the past 3 years. You live at your mama house. You can't keep a job. You got 3 baby mamas, and you ain't none of your kids' lives, but you're going to sit here and make fun of your little cousin because he got a scholarship to a college off of academics. He's the lame?
You talking about he run the street. Bro, you don't run the streets, bro. You stand in front of the liquor store for 10 hours a day. If only you put that time into Amazon, you'd be excellent. For real. No, you can stand on a corner for 10 hours, but you can't do 8 hours in Amazon.
And don't be doing nothing. It's always like in front of a liquor store or something.
Oh my god, it's not even sound like a coon. This
like,
is just.
No, I mean, it's real though.
I'm pretty sure everybody in our community sees this and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's just degeneracy, and it's not to shit on the brothers that do this like you, but it's just, bro, go get a job, bro. Go apply at a warehouse, bro. Go try and do something with your life, because that's exactly what the world wants you to do, though. Yeah. That's exactly what the white man wants you to do. He's profiting off you standing on that corner.
No, seriously, you ever wonder why there's a liquor store in every corner in the hood? That's because they, like you said. Again, I don't want anybody to take offense to what we're saying, but we got to keep it real with you. Like you said, the white man wants you to be like that. The white man only likes it when he's better than you. The second you make a little bit more money than him, the second you don't fit his prejudice, you don't fit his stereotypes, then now all of a sudden they got a problem with you. But they like it when you sing, rap, and dance. They like it when you on that street corner where, in their mind, where you should be. Oh, they're over there. They like it when you can't take care of your family. Guess what? Because that means that, guess what? Your baby mama probably gonna put you on child support. And guess what? That money goes to the state. And some of y'all don't know that. That's why they push that they push that so much. They want a broken home. They want young Black and Hispanic boys to grow up without a father.
Right.
Because now he's emotional. He has no stability. He has no proper male role model. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to say, screw education. Sadly, this still happens today. And he's going to lean towards the drugs. He's going to lean towards the alcohol. He's going to lean towards that lifestyle because he thinks it's cool.
Right.
And then what happens is they call it, it's a term in psychology. It's called arrested development. What that usually happens is when, as you grow, of course, your brain develops and, you learn, right? Arrested development is what happens when you could be a 30, 35, 40-year-old man, but you kind of still think like a child. It's because your mind didn't grow with your body. You're still stuck when you were a kid because your brain, due to your circumstances, sadly, you probably couldn't progress past that. That's why a lot of dudes nowadays, not nowadays, this has been happening, but they be shooting whoever, is because they're emotionally unstable. I'm mad. You looked at me the wrong way, I'm gonna shoot you. To us, that sounds ludicrous because it's like, what? Like, you want to shoot another dude that looked like you? For what? Did he hurt you? Did he beat on you? Or because you didn't like the way he looked at you? He might have not even been looking at you. He might have was looking at something behind you.
Probably looking at your jacket. Nigga, your jacket fly.
He probably was like complimenting you, like, oh, I rock where he went, but then you shot him. That's
emotional. That's so feminine and emotional.
It is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, my bad. No, all I was gonna say is it is feminine though. But that's what they want. But no, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that's so feminine and emotional because somebody looked at you some kind of way. I'm pretty sure everybody. Well, I don't think y'all, but in my generation, this is a certain stereotype of girls that if you look at them in the morning, it's too early in the morning. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. They got a bag of hot Cheetos and a Baja Blast from Taco Bell. You look at them some kind of way. Now the whole class got to stop. Now your old white English teacher got to stop this lesson because this girl is going off because you looked at her some kind of way. Now you want to take this brother's life because he looked at you some kind of way.
It's crazy.
Nigga, I have eyes. My eyes gonna look where I want to look. What are you talking about? You gonna tell me I can't look at your jacket? Nigga, you got a nice jacket. Now I'm hating, nigga. It's ugly. Now I don't like your jacket because you want to shoot me. You want to take my life because I looked at you some kind of way. How emotional is that? How insecure do you have to be to want to take someone's life because they looked at you? Oh my gosh, people are bots. They're not real. It don't make sense to me. Like, it's like seeing it play out. Like when you come into the truth and you see the way the world play out, it's like, oh my gosh. You'd be so ashamed, like, oh my gosh, was I really like this? Was I really this kind of person in the world? It's almost embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it.
No, you good. But just real quick before we continue, I don't want to be too long with it. But this is what we're talking about. You say like there ain't nothing out there. You want to go back into that world, and it's fake. It's fake. Everybody's trying to impress somebody. Now we live in a culture where everybody's trying to, be internet famous, all this other stuff, and like you're pretty much, you're not even like a real person anymore. You're more like a jester, like just on the internet for likes, doing controversial things. What was that one dude?
Boom Gang.
Nah, not Boom Gang. It was the dude who played he's like the fake Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Oh, the NPC.
Yeah, he was like the NPC thing, and it sounded because I was looking at what he's doing. I'm like, this dude is not mentally stable. But he did that though. He did that because it got him money. I guess I don't know what he's doing now. But my point is like, a lot of people in today's society are very superficial and like lack authenticity. And if you want to go back to that, you can't even have an intelligent conversation with some people nowadays. You can go back to that if you want to. You going. Let me tell you right now, if the Lord doesn't physically kill you, you're gonna feel dead,
right? Because
you're gonna be like looking for that connection with people, and it's like it don't hit. You can't get that with anybody else.
It's like you're talking to a child.
Yeah, you try to have a real conversation about some, excuse my language, real shit, and they don't want to hear it, or they're scared to talk. I don't know. We can talk all day about that, but that's what you're gonna be going back to if you decide to leave the truth. We're just warning you again. You do what you want to do, but That's on you, Slack. With that though, we can continue. 23 to 23 of 20.
Okay. The book of Numbers, 5 verse 23 in the Hebrew. Wakathab af ha'alaf ha'ala hakahan habasapar. It's like habasapar hamasha. It's like hama. It's like wamaka all maya ma hamarayam wahakwaha af ha'asha af maya mara. It's like hamarayam. Hama, it's like a Hama Ararayam, Wabala, Baha, Haba, it's like Hamayam, it's like a Hama Rarayam, La'arayam, verse 25, Walakwak, Hakahan, Mayad, it's like Hasha, Hashaka, it's like Manakath, Hakwa Wahana Pa. It's like Wahanayap Af Hama Nakah Lapanya Yahweh Wahakwa Rayab Athal Allah Hamazabach Hakwa. It's like Wakwama Tazah Hakahan Mana Hamanakah Hamanach Af Azakarath, Wahakwa Tayar, Amazabach, Wa'akar, it's like Wa'akara, Yashakwa Af, Ha'asha Af, Hamayam, verse 27, Wahashakwa Af, Hamayam, Wahayaf, Ama, like Ama, Natama'a, Wathama Ma'ila, by it's like Ba'a Yasha, Waba Aya, Waba Awa, Baha, Hamayam, Hama Arayam, Lama Rayam, what is a bath? Bata na wanna paw. It's like Wayarak. It's like Wayarak. Watha. It's like Wahaya. Hashaha la Allah Bakwa Rab Aimaha. Verse 28, Wa'ama la'a natama'a hana hasha. It's like ha'ash watahar hawa wa'a hanakwa. It's like a wanakwa wanazara'ai wazara. Verse 29, last verse. Za'af hawarath. It's like a thawarath. Hakwa'ath, Ashar, Tashama, it's like Tashamat, Ashar, Thakath, Ayasha, Wana Mama Ah.
All right, start from Numbers chapter 5, verse 23 in English.
Numbers chapter 5, verse 23. And the priest shall write these curses in the book, and he shall blot them out with the bitter water. And he shall cause the woman to drink the bitter water that causeth the curse. And the water that causeth the curse shall enter to her and become bitter. Verse 25. Then the priest shall take the jealousy offering out of the woman's hand and shall wave the offering before the Lord and offer it upon the altar. Verse 26. And the priest shall take a handful of the offering, even the memorial thereof, and burn it upon the altar, and afterward shall cause the woman to drink the water. Verse 27. And when he hath made her to drink the water, then it shall come to pass that if she be defiled and have done trespass against her husband, that the water that causeth the curse shall enter into her and become bitter, and her belly shall swell, and her thighs shall rot, and the woman shall be a curse among her people. Verse 28. And if the woman be not defiled, but be clean, then she shall be free and shall conceive seed. Verse 29. This is the law of jealousies, when a wife goeth aside to another instead of her husband and is defiled.
So real quick, I just want to kind of emphasize more on like the jealousy part. We speak a lot about adultery. I think everybody's pretty much familiar with it, right? But I just want to highlight real quick where it says, and the woman shall be a curse among her people. You have to remember that when you sin, you know, we lack unity as a people. I'm just going to be honest with you. You know, we do. You know, and that's why we're going to continue to work on it. I'm talking about all 12 tribes. Like, you know, we still got, you know, I be hearing like, you know, Mexicans don't like Salvadorians and vice versa. And then like, you know, you already know about Dominicans and Haitians. That's been going on forever. And yeah, black people don't like certain people, like Hispanics, and it's a whole thing, right? But we're so divided. But my point to get into that is we're all affected. Everybody is affected. It don't matter what tribe you come from. If you are one of the 12 tribes of Israel, you are affected in some way, some form, some shape, right? When she sinned, it didn't just affect her. It affected the husband, right? And it might not be highlighted right here, but in the Bible later on, I think it's in Matthew. When a woman is caught, you know, obviously adultery, right? She's stoning her. What they also don't tell you is, well, I guess what's not highlighted today is the man who also slept with her is also affected. He sinned, so he is going to be punished as well. My point being is, when you sin, it doesn't just affect you. Your actions don't just affect you. It affects everybody. Going back to your household, you know, we brought out earlier how, you know, if a man takes back his woman and she already cheated on him, like that can change into something else. You know, if you are an abusive man and you are drunk and you high all the time, or you're just neglectful, you know, let's say you don't. I've seen some, sadly, it be some dudes, they'll be with a woman, right? And let's, you know, she's a monster or whatever. They end up having a kid together. And she's so evil and wicked, you don't want to deal with her, right? But usually the woman is the one that has primary custody of the kids. Right. Usually. I've seen it to where some dudes, they be so tired of their baby mama that they just say, screw it. They don't even try to like have a relationship with the kid anymore, because it's like, you know, you can take it. I'm not there no more. They give up. They give up. Like that happens sometimes. And it's like, dang, like now, again, it trickles down to the child. The child now has to suffer because your mom is a raging monster who don't know how to shut the hell up. And then you got your dad who's just, he got weak. And he's just like, you know, screw it. Now he neglected you. And I'm telling you, anybody, there's some people who have been through this, we have friends or whatever. I have seen it. Another story I can share with you, growing up, I had a friend, he had a black dad, Puerto Rican mom. And I used to think that his dad passed or something. Nah, his dad was very much alive. He lived in Georgia at the time. And he would see his father, like, you know, during summer break or whatever. What got me was that his father had a whole nother family. And he's in his kids' lives over there. And I never, like, you know, you're young, so it never dawned on me, like, really ask him, like, why is he over there? But, like, he don't see you like that. I felt disrespectful asking this all the time. You know, whatever, it's not my business. But, you know, you get older, and I'm like, you start to notice things, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see how the mom is. Okay, she don't shut the hell up. She's all types of meds. She might not be physically abusive, but she was saying some outlandish stuff. So I'm like, he probably left her. But now the child got affected. You see what I'm saying? So it's like him leaving his woman, from my knowledge, I don't think she cheated on him, which means that he's in the wrong. That's his sin. Your sin now trickled down to your other kid. He resented his father pretty much. Like, it was one of those relationships where he would buy his son things, but he didn't have like that real father-son type of bond, and he resented his father. You know, he didn't want nothing to do with him. You know, he got tired of him to the point where he actually, I can talk about it now, he actually rejected being black. No, like for real, he rejected being black. He only claimed like his other side of the family because in his mind, the perception of black men is that they don't raise their kids because that's what happened to him.
Right.
But you see how that, and then unironically, he ended up being white later. So you see how that happened. But yeah, your actions have consequences, man. And sometimes it's not just you. It trickles down to your family, friends, kids. Think about that. You know, if you have a heart, if you have any type of empathy, think about, okay, if I do this, how am I going to affect everybody else around me? Think about that. So, you got anything?
So, like, if I made a great example in the Bible is the book of Esther. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The king's wife disobeyed him when she was told to come to the banquet. She said no. So the king said, "Oh my gosh, I have to find another wife. Because if this gets out that the king's wife disobeyed him, all the men in my nation's wives are not going to obey them no more." So guess what? He had to find a new wife. He had to get rid of her. Why? Because it's going to affect everyone. That's how you're saying it trickles down. Stuff like the demons spread. They jump. You know what I'm saying? Don't just think because, you going through something and this, that, and the third, you might come around somebody and they going through something and what you going through might amplify, or the way you act about what you going through might amplify what they going through. You know what I'm saying? Think about you coming around a brother. You so selfish. You think, oh my gosh, like I'm so broke. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get to Mexico this year. I don't know how I'm gonna take my vacation this year. And you come around a brother to talk about money problems, and this brother can't feed his family this week. Think about how that makes that brother feel. You know what I'm saying? Think about how that's going to amplify his sorrows because you're so selfish and you're not understanding that your actions affect everyone around you. Just like when you learn to drive, something I was told when I was learning to drive was you're not just driving for yourself, you're driving for everybody on the road. You know what I'm saying? So everything that you do affects not only yourself, but everyone around you. You're going to be the one paying for your sin, but you're going to affect everyone around you.
Right. Because
you think you can leave this school, you think you can leave and abandon your duties as a priest. Now, your zone is going to lack a brother. But, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get replaced. You know what I'm saying? But how selfish is that now for a couple of weeks or for today, because you decided to leave on just the day that you had to teach a class, not a class and get taught. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Someone's going to replace you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand, like you said, it's so heavy. Your actions affect everyone around you. Beings and if you're not a selfish person, you will understand that. To understand that your actions affect everyone, you have to be completely selfless. You have to stop worrying about yourself. General Hyman says something one time, and it's been stuck in my head forever. The only reason why you're anxious is because you're selfish. You're worried about yourself. If you wasn't worried about what you got going on, you wouldn't be so anxious. If you wasn't worried about what you got going on, you wouldn't be so anxious about paying bills. There's so many other people that got so much other stuff going on, man.
Yeah.
And you thinking that what you're going through is just the worst. Oh my gosh, woe is me and I am woe. Bruh, it could get worse.
Oh yeah.
You think because you're a couple dollars short on your light bill, the world's going to end? There's somebody who's sleeping in a dark house, lit candles every turn in a house. Somebody that don't even got a house.
No, for real. You drive down certain sections in California, you're gonna see homeless people.
You walk outside the school, you're gonna see some homeless people.
They're right there.
And y'all think we're joking. We literally have to ask them to get out of the way of the door to walk out the school.
They have a tent. This isn't no, for real, this isn't jokes. Like, this is every day.
Dead serious.
So yeah, like you said, like I'm in the country. It could definitely get worse.
Like, stop being selfish. Stop worrying about yourself. Worry about building the nation. Worry about waking your people up. Stop worried about being tired and not wanting to go to camp. Going to camp saves lives. You know what I'm saying? We risk our lives to save lives, but you're tired because you worked. You worked on Friday. Nigga, go to camp, bro. Stop being selfish. You're not that tired. You're not so tired to where you can't save some lives.
I'm about to say, unless you are actually sick, unclean, or there's a legitimate reason you can't go. A legitimate go. Even if you only able to show up at camp for an hour or two. If you know you got an hour or two to spare, just go. Just go. You'll live. Right. You'll be all right. So you just might, like you said, you just might save somebody's life and not even know it. That's another thing that I always try to instill in brothers, especially new brothers who come to the school. You never know who's watching. That's one thing that I was taught when I first became a 50. I was literally taught you never know who's watching. You think no one's paying attention. You think you teaching your class, you got 5 views. You think ain't nobody. You know, then next thing you know, it's I personally have been through it. It's somebody from like a whole nother state, and then they come by and they're like, "Oh, like we love your Sabbath service," and I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't think that, or like this brother might have seen you speaking at camp one time. You have no idea who he is, but he knows who you are. Or for this too. Yes, we're talking about you too. You come into school and you really like changed your life, and you are just like a model sister, right? And then some sister might come into the school. I don't know. She might have her own demons. What's going on? She might see you and be like, "She did it. Maybe I could do it." Y'all might become best friends. I don't know, you know. But she saw something in you, and said, "Okay, well, maybe I'll change." But then, vice versa, like what you brought up earlier, the negative stuff. If you come in here and you acting damn fool, and somebody really coming in here seeking salvation, really trying to save themselves, save their family, and they see you and you still sinning, they ain't gonna want to be here. Because now they're like, oh, you know, you're just like everybody else.
Right.
Congratulations. That's now one soul that we could have saved, and now we can't save them because of you. You see how that works? And trust me, the Lord will deal with you.
Right.
And how the Lord deals with you is entirely up to Him. We don't even know how He's going to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't that should be scary to you. That should be scary. Like, man, I don't know what the Lord gonna do.
That's what it means to fear God.
Yeah, like for real. Like when you truly fear God, that's how you really find salvation. And I was be like, oh, I don't fear nobody. Yes, you do. Shut up.
I ain't gonna do this, nigga. The Lord could
you fear
make your body turn inside out, nigga.
Yeah, for real.
Because He want to, because you messing up.
You don't fear nothing. You don't pay your taxes though. I'll tell you that much. You know,
fear being audited.
Yeah, IRS will take your money real quick. You don't fear nobody, but if you do got a job, you gonna show up on time. Hell, you show up early because you know that if you don't have this job, you can't pay your bills, and you will be homeless, and you might not be able to pay your car note, right? So that's fear. It's fear. But you don't want to fear the Lord, the being that can end everything, the being that flooded the earth and only saved certain people because He found grace in it. Yeah, mind you, He found grace in one person, and because again, the actions, He found grace in one person, Noah. And then save other people because of Noah.
That's it.
Died.
Yeah.
Like the Lord saved just enough that we could still repopulate the earth. Just enough. Everybody else had to go. You get what I'm saying? So like, come on, man. Like
He hit factory reset on the planet.
No, for real.
Factory reset on the planet is crazy.
Repented, make it.
You regretted.
That's crazy. I'm good. I don't know about you. This physical world that we live in now, yeah, it sucks. I ain't gonna lie, Esau's in charge. But I pray that if we can't make it, our kids will make it into the kingdom. Because I don't know about you, I want our children to have it better than us.
Right.
You know, I don't want them living in the ghettos. I don't even want them like knowing what a ghetto is, damn near, because I want them to have it better. But how do we do that though? You got to serve God. You can sit here and get. Look, I'm not saying don't get an education, do all that stuff. Yeah, like we still live in the system. Do what you got to do. I get it. Legally. Okay. Don't do no other stuff.
Somebody gonna start something good.
Yeah. I gotta say that.
They gonna clip you like, see, he said, do what I gotta do.
Do what I gotta do.
Flipping dope is what I gotta do.
It's like, no, don't do that. You're gonna go to jail. All right, but you should want better. Again, just being selfless for your descendants, right? You know, you don't want them to grow up in the same circumstances as you. You want them to be knowledgeable, of course. You know, don't let them be ignorant to things. But, man, I don't want my son in the system. I don't want anybody's daughter, you know, lacking a father figure and she getting human trafficked at a young age. Like, this stuff happens, man. Or you don't want that, you know. But you gotta separate yourself spiritually from this world. We still live here, you know. Esau's still in charge, but
ain't no flea doctrine. I'm not telling you to go to Uganda or nothing like that.
Yeah, I ain't telling you to flee the country. Like, I ain't saying that, because even then,
you're gonna go somewhere. You can't run. Yeah. You can't run from the Lord's judgment. Yeah, this is a judgment from God.
We tried that. The northern tribe, especially, we tried that. And guess what? Esau still came. All right, we fled to southern and central. Western and southern Africa and central. Yeah. Because we're trying to blend in with the Hamites. It was cool for a little bit, and guess what? Lord still knew, nah, I still know the difference. I know you down there, and we got put on slave ships. And you know how that story goes. So, just try to serve the Lord. Get that evil up out of you. Be selfless. Have some empathy. For the sake of time, for the sake of time, brother, you could just continue in the English.
It's like, sir, if I may, right quick. To your point about being a parent, that is a parent. Wanting your kids to do better than you is a parent. Some people can have kids, but not everyone is born to be a parent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wanting your kid to be better than you is absolutely what it means to be a parent. Wanting to not pass the trauma of, being so money hungry because you were poor, but now money is like your entire lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want your kids to be like that? Why would you know what I'm saying? That's what a parent is. Wanting your kids to be better than you and do better. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting your kids to suffer the things that you suffer. That's what a parent is. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what the Lord is. He wants us to do exactly what we didn't do in Egypt. What we didn't do when we was in hiding in Africa. We wasn't, amongst the heathens in Europe. You know what I'm saying? He wants us to be better. That's why he's so hard on us. That's why his judgments is so strict. Yeah. I was looking at pictures of the transatlantic slave trade. I'm like, bro, this looks like a can of sardines. But this is human. These are people. These are our brothers and sisters. But I understand why the punishment was so harsh. Because next time we get to this kingdom of heaven, he's going to absolutely put people in power and allow people to enter into this kingdom who don't want that kind of punishment, who absolutely fear him. You know what I'm saying? Who fears of another transatlantic slave trade happening to them, or who fears losing their life. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't, because they're so selfish and they want to go sleep with white women. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what being a parent is wanting your kid to be better than you. You're not wanting them to go through the same things you went through or the things that they continue to go through. So like that.
Nah, it's heavy. That's heavy, man.
Like, y'all speaking of fear, would I be able to read Ecclesiastes 12 and 13?
You can bring it out real quick. Yeah, that's fine.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Mm-hmm. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Yes, absolutely. That is the whole duty of man. You know how people walk around and wonder, like, oh, what's my purpose in life? Your purpose in life is to serve the Lord, because if you serve the Lord, he'll give you not even just what you want, he'll give you what you need. Some of the things you want, it's stupid. Like, again, it's the carnality. It comes with the nature of it. Sometimes, like you brought up things like money, right? I get it. Like, some of us might not come from the greatest circumstances. Most of us don't. Let's just be real. So, you do better for yourself. You might not be like super duper rich. We might be wealthy, well off, whatever. But now you're obsessed with money. Money rules you now. You are one of the people that when they say they'll do anything for money, oh no, you'll really do anything for money. And that gets into some weird territory. I'm telling you, you're real weird, real fast. But now you're destroyed. You might not be poor physically, but now you're homosexual. I don't know. Now you're a swinger. Now you're a pedophile. Maybe you got touched. I don't know. Like, I'm being real. Like,
right. Things
like this happen, man. So again, you was willing to do whatever for money. Now look at you. Now I'm about to get crazy. But like, you get the point though. You don't want that. You think you're living, but no. These rich people be coked out. You want to know why? You think you want to know how these rich people get rich? Half the time they're rich because they're doing something illegal, or they're doing something that they might not really want to do, but it's like, oh, I gotta get this money. I gotta do it. That's why the white man is so weird. I'll tell you that right now, because money rules him. If you ever want to piss a white person off, play with that man money. Play with that man money. He starts fuming. But again, he'll do anything. He's carnal. Very carnal. We've seen it. Shoot, when sibling-wise, traditionally, he was supposed to get the blessing. But we all know that he didn't get the blessing because, we were the ones that were prophesied to get good. But you see why? Because guess what? He gave up his blessing for food. He was hungry in the moment. Because he was hungry, he's like, yeah, you can have it. But then got mad because Jacob got the blessing and he didn't. Mind you, you gave it up. Because guess what? That's what rules Esau. It's his flesh. His flesh rules him. I'm paraphrasing where it says, of your flesh there is no good thing. That's Esau.
Mm.
Money rules him. That's why you be hearing about these politicians, these Democrats, Republicans, left, right wings, same bird, whatever. All these elites, that's what they call them, right? These super wealthy, rich
The
white
1%ers.
Yeah, but they all be weird because think about what they got to do to maintain that power. They all doing some weird stuff behind closed doors. Like, what was it? Charlie Kirk's wife? Like,
She was kicked out of Romania for human trafficking.
like, you see what I'm talking about? And then now there's, I don't know if it's true, but I mean, I would be surprised if it is. But now, I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird, like how she wasn't super, like, she wasn't grieving like that when that man passed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like, first of all, he was kind of an asshole. You know, so I'm like, I'm probably able to miss his butt. And I'm like, how you get over it so fast? And then I'm hearing rumors talking about, like, oh yeah, she been passed around all the politicians.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there you go. There it is. She's a whore. Got it. All right. You know,
Makes sense.
what else? But you get the point. They got to do some weird stuff. If you want to be like them, okay, go ahead. You're gonna end up way worse off. See, the thing is, they can maintain their power because they're ruled by their flesh. You're God's chosen people. You can't do what they do. You will be punished. It will come to you. There's all them weird people with all that power doing all that weird stuff. Mind you, they still going to get away with it. Mind you, and I can say this right. I want to make this very clear. I'm talking. P. Diddy, R. Kelly, like all that, right? We know they weird. Pedophiles, all that, like human trafficking, the freak offs, all that stuff, right?
Showers.
Yeah.
Showers.
Oh my gosh, the baby oil, all that crazy stuff, right? And it is wild. It's like, you know, what was it? The video where he was like beating the hell out of Cassie and all that stuff. I'm like, damn, man, they got like,
How you gonna get beat up by a nigga wrapped with a towel wrapped around his waist?
no, like,
Nigga got a skirt on, you get him. No, not for
yeah,
real.
but like you see what happened, right? And now, you know, we see what happened with R. Kelly, we see what happened with P. Diddy. Now, of course, what they were doing were horrible things. So it's like, yeah, you know, they should be apprehended for what they did. But then you got people, white people, they don't get punished.
Trump, the president of the country, is literally
he's a felon. He got 34 felonies.
Bro got a RICO.
No, for real. You know who's another person? They don't talk about him. Hugh Hefner. You know, Hugh Hefner was pimping out girls when they were like 14 years old, right? And they made a show about him. They made a show. He had a whole show of a brothel. And guess what? He lived a long, happy life.
Disgusting.
And died peacefully. You want to know why? Because he's Esau. He living in his truth. You try to do what he do, you gonna end up like Diddy. You gonna end up like R. Kelly. You shouldn't be doing that stuff. It's sickening.
Right.
But you see the difference, though. It's like, well, why did they get punished for it? And Hugh Hefner didn't. It's because they're God's chosen people,
right?
And they're not supposed to be doing that. White man can do that. The white man can get 34 felonies and run for president and win. Black man get one felony, you can hardly get a job.
Nigga like wrecked for forever.
No, for real.
Nigga had a bit of shake and a cup holder. Officer leaning. Smell weed, nigga. You going to jail, nigga. Yep. You like forever.
Yep.
Forget about working. Forget about trying to work at a Walmart to feed your kids and pay your baby mama because of child support because you didn't choose wisely. So now you're on child support and you a felon. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing you can do.
Money.
You might as well stay in jail. So not even like that. Like for real, you might as well stay in jail. You have a better chance of surviving inside of jail than you do outside of jail as a felon. And someone would want to stay back, go back in jail. Because it's like, what's the point? I'm coming out here I can't even be a functional member of society. What's the point of me going to a rehabilitation center if y'all not going to rehabilitate me? I'm just going to dump me on the streets. What I came in with the clothes I wore 20 years ago when I got arrested. Nigga, I can't fit this t-shirt no more. I ain't got nowhere to go. All my family done turned on me because y'all done painted the picture of me being a horrible person. Now I'm homeless. Now I have nowhere to go. Now I'm in a shelter with 20 other homeless, disgusting people. You know what I'm saying? It's a horrible situation. It's like, sir, if I may, this scripture is so heavy because think about who it's coming from. It's coming from King Solomon. Think about King Solomon, who King Solomon was. He had money, he had power, he had women, and he had glory. His father was King David, the King David. He was the son of the king. He was the smartest man to ever live in the Bible, aside from Christ. He had all the women he could ever have, including the heathen ones. So for him to tell you at the end of one of his books, hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. There's nothing else. The man that had everything is telling you that it's all vain. Everything I lived in my life is vain up until now. All I had to do was serve God. The smarts, the riches, the women, the glory, the power, the fame. It was nothing compared to serving God. Man. That's it. And you get all that from serving the Lord. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come it's sooner or later. It's not now. But that's the faith and the patience of the saints, man. Is that you can serve God without an immediate reward because you know that the Lord is a man of his word and he's going to grant us the kingdom of heaven by serving, because we serve him and we do what we told.
Damn right.
It's like it.
That's excellent. Excellent. That was a good precept too.
Yeah.
So for the sake of time, we'll just read the rest in the English. So you can start, brother, you can start Numbers chapter 6, verse 30, and then we'll continue all the way up until was it? Oh, I'm sorry. I said 6. It's like that. 5. Numbers chapter 5, verse 30 to 6 and 26.
Numbers chapter 5, verse 30. Or when the spirit of jealousy cometh upon him, and he be jealous over his wife, and shall set the woman before the Lord, and the priest shall execute upon her all the law. Then shall the man be guiltless from iniquity, and this woman shall bear her iniquity. Numbers chapter 6, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when either man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of a Nazarite, to separate themselves unto the Lord. Verse 3, he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar or of wine or vinegar of strong drink. Neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dried. Verse 4, all the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made of the vine tree, from the kernels even to the husk. Verse 5, all the days of the vow of his separation there shall no razor come upon his head, until the days he be fulfilled, in which he separate himself until the Lord. He shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow.
Okay, so just real quick, this is for anybody who doesn't know, this is why we grow our hair out, and this is why we don't shave our head or get like lineups or anything like that. It's because of this. You're not supposed to. The only time that a brother is allowed to shave his head is if obviously he's already bald. Then you're allowed to. But if you have if you got a full head of hair, don't do that. And that the thing is, the white man, he knows this. When you go into like the military or anything like that, the first thing they make you do is shave. Like, you have to shave everything, because their idea of you looking professional is to be clean shaven. Because you see how they are. And it just goes again to show when you hear these are the Jewish people that these are talking about, no, the so-called Jewish man is European. They are European. They are Caucasian, like the Caucasus region, stuff like that. They do things like this. They do everything that's against the Bible.
Right.
Everything that's against the Bible. Things that they practice, it's not in here. So, just throwing that out there. So, you got anything for it?
Go on, sir.
All right, you can continue.
Numbers chapter 6 and verse 6. All the days that he separateth himself unto the Lord, he shall come at no dead body. He shall not make himself unclean for his father or for his mother, for his brother or for his sister, which they die, because the consecration of his God is upon his head. Verse 8, all the days of his separation he is holy unto the Lord. Verse 9, and if any man die very suddenly by him, and he have defiled the head of his consecration, then he shall shave his beard in the day of his cleansing, and on the 7th day shall he shave it. And on the 8th day he shall bring 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons to the priest to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 11. And the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering, and make an atonement for him, for that he sinned by the dead, and shall hallow his head that same day. Verse 12. And he shall consecrate unto the Lord the days of his separation, and shall bring a lamb of the first year for a trespass offering, but the days that were before shall be lost, because his separation was defiled. Numbers chapter 6, verse 13. And this is the law of the Nazarite. When the days of his separation are fulfilled, he shall be brought unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall offer his offering unto the Lord, 1 he lamb of the first year without blemish for a burnt offering, and 1 ewe lamb of the first year without blemish for a sin offering, and 1 ram without blemish for peace offerings. Verse 15. And when a basket of unleavened bread, cakes of fine flour mingled with oil, and wafers on unleavened bread anointed with oil, and their meat offering and their drink offerings, and the priest shall bring them before the Lord, and shall offer his sin offering and his burnt offering. Verse 17. And he shall offer the ram for a sacrifice of peace offerings unto the Lord, with the basket of unleavened bread. The priest shall offer also his meat offering and his drink offering. Verse 18. And the Nazarite shall shave the head of his separation at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall take the hair of the head of his separation and put it in the fire which is under the sacrifice of the peace offerings. And the priest shall take the side and shoulder of the ram and 1 unleavened cake out of the basket and 1 unleavened wafer, and shall put them upon the hands of the Nazarite after the hair of his separation is shaven. Verse 20. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. This is holy for the priest, with the wave breast and heave shoulder, and after that the Nazarite may drink wine. Verse 21. This is the law of the Nazarite who hath vowed, and of his offering unto the Lord for his separation. Beside that his head shall get according to the vow which he vowed, so he must do after the law of his separation. Verse 22. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and his sons, saying, On this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them.
This one's start with 26.
26. Okay. So, all right, with that being said, no, you two are. That being said, the water for everybody who tuned in to the Sabbath service. We're going to begin closing. So we got a lot of participation. It's always encouraged. If anybody hasn't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Gotta continue pushing this truth out. I hope this class kind of, reminded people about that. All the evil, wicked things that continue to go on in this world and how it affects us all 12 tribes, not just here in America, but the Americas. South America, Central America, the Caribbean islands, even our brothers and sisters who are overseas. Brothers in the UK, brothers and sisters. I mean, we scattered all over the place. I can name off plenty of places, but I just hope this is a reminder of what we need to do as God's chosen people, how we should carry ourselves, so that we can hopefully, if not for us, but our children or our descendants, to get to the kingdom. You got anything up?
Lost, sir.
With that being said, I'm Maijin. Just me and the brother here.
Last Allah, it's still Israel.
Man of Israel, gird up thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barak Yah.
My dear one for the rise face east, we're going with the prayers in the Hebrew and English. Beginning with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Bashamayim, Abadas, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakavka, Yama'a, Zaka, Haya, Aisha, Maharatza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Makalanawa, Ham, Call, Yawam, Masalaknawa, Kawatnawa, Masalaknawa, Kawathinawa, Wala'a, Kabayanawa, Banasaya 1, Ball, Shinawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Malakwa, Allah, the Para, Nailumium, Ahmad.
Now in the English, our Father,
which
art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Thy kingdom come,
will be done
thy will be done
in earth
as
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread,
Forgive us our debts.
and forgive us our debts
As we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not
And lead us not
into
into
temptation,
temptation, but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom,
thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory, forever.
So be it.
Amen. This is the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, Shah, Lanawa, Akah, Akah, Arapa'ah, Akah Makalah, Akah Marawa, Akah, Azahar, Ahmad Sabrayim, Akah, Hakwayim, Mafia, Akah, Akah, Arakawah, Ma'ala, Agar Shan, Shem Yahushai, the water of the month.
Now in the English, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
the name Yahushua.
in the name of Yahushai.
Please
Please
give us the power.
give us the power
to heal.
the power to heal
All manner of sickness.
all manner of sickness
And all manner of disease.
and all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is blessed Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, Barak Lanawa, Sarala, Babayah, Saparium, Barak, Hashem Yahushua, the water of month.
What we just said was Lord.
Lord,
In the name of Yahushua.
in the name of Yahushua,
Bless us.
bless us and Israel
And the school.
and the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua,
Thank you.
thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Sha'ah, Ayanya, All, Arya, Ayan, Yaba'ah, Azarya, Ain, Yahweh, Shah, Shamayam, Wa'arafza, Ayadan, Namawat, Rogalka, All Yanawam, Shemarka, Ana, La'ah, Yanawam, La'ah, Yayasan, Shawamar, Asra'ala, Yahweh, Marka, Yahweh, Zalka, Ayad, Yamimka, Yawamam, Samash, Yah, Ka, Wairah, Walayala, Yahweh, Marka, Bakal, Rai, Kamar, Napaka, Yahweh, Shamar, Azaka, Wawaka, Payatha, Wa'ai, Payalum.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help comes from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
He that keepeth Israel
shall not slumber nor sleep.
shall not slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy the Lord is thy shade
The Lord is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not strike thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee.
The Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time
from
forth.
this time forth
And even
forevermore. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim,
all
all Dami Alakah,
the
all Takaras, all the squat, all Kayhana, Ayawabika, Ma, Yawan, Ra'ash, Alaimaka, Yarawamua, Kawada, Waita, Yahaitasawa, all Tsapamunika, Marwa, Wakawa, Wanakakidim, Maloya, Wala'a, Zakar, Samyashrala, Awada, Kaya, Nawaitaswa, Laba, Yakadwa, Yaka, Barya, Yakarwafwa, Ahoya, Awam, Washamai, Alayam, Mawaba, Hagariam, Wal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Alasha, Amishabia, Shazawar, Gamashawar, Lalawa, Haimam, Hayawa, Jarawai, Gabunya, Gawat, Salah, Aisha, Lahum, Kamagian, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabian, Mulakor, Koyas one, Mr. Mawa, Bayan, Dara, Hayawa, Daman, La Dama, Shaitama, Mada, Yamawa, Kai Rab, because of Zarmanai, called Nasiyakamwa, Wastar, Marwa, Rasha, Kanawa, Kawa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shaitamwa, Kagagala, Kakwas, Kapanya, Waka'a, Kaash, Shabaira, Yaira, Wakalaba, Alahat, Hawayam, Kun, Dardatma, Wasairika, Wabasa, Wapaka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Kanyahum, Kalawan, Rabakwaswa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabaswa, Waya Bahawa, Ayai, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Daiwa, Kayata, Shamka, Yahawa, the Baka, Ayuan, Alcohol, Ha'aratza.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O God.
O God.
For lo.
Thine enemies.
Make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
And they that hate
thee.
have lifted up the head.
Lift up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people. And consulted
against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come.
Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off
From being a nation. That
the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
They have consulted
For
together.
they have consulted together.
With one
With
consent.
one consent.
They are confederate against
They are confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of
The
Edom.
tabernacles of Edom
The Ishmaelites.
and the Ishmaelites
Moab.
of Moab.
Hagarenes,
and Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and
Amalek,
the
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Saul also was joined with them.
Saul also was joined with them.
They have opened the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them
As to the Midianites.
as unto the Midianites,
As
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin.
as to Jabin,
At the brook of Kissar.
at the brook of Kissar,
Which perished at
which
the door.
perished at his door.
They became as dung for
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nose like a red.
Make their nose like Oreb,
Like Zeeb.
and like Zaid.
Yea.
Yea,
All their princes.
all their princes,
As the Bat.
as the Ba,
And as the Moon.
and as Dalmunna,
Who said,
who said,
let us take to
let
ourselves
us take to ourselves
the house of God,
the houses of God
in possession.
in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a will.
Make them like it will,
As the stubble before the wind.
as the stubble before the
As
wind,
the fire burneth the wood.
as a fire burneth the wood,
And as the flame set the mountains on
as the
fire.
flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them
With that tempest.
with thy tempest,
Make them afraid.
and make them afraid
With that storm.
with thy storm.
Fill the face with shame.
Fill their face with shame,
Then seek thy
that they
name.
may seek thy name.
Oh Lord.
O Lord,
Let them be confounded.
let them be confounded
In trouble.
and troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea,
Let them be put to shame.
let them be put to shame
Perish.
and perish,
That men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
it's like, whose name alone,
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most
art the most high
all the
over all earth. These are blessed in Hebrew, Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Mama Yaka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Matazab Yah, Alawap Yahana, Alawapyam, Hasaranyam, Hakwatazayunyam, Hakahayoyam, Wahakwatyan, Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Kawada, Aman.
Now in the English, bless you, Yahweh,
Blessed you, Yahweh,
and Yahushua,
and Yahushai,
and Michael,
and Michael,
and the angels,
and the angels, commanding General Yohana,
the general,
the generals,
captain,
the captains,
the officers,
the troopers,
and the sisters,
and the sisters.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushua.
in the name of Yahushua,
Thank you. So be it.
so be it.
So the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living,
and all things living.
Yahweh, in
Yahweh,
the name of Yahushua.
in the name of Yahushua,
Listen to us now.
listen to us now, right now.
Send evil,
Send evil
and curses,
and curses,
and punishment,
and punishment,
destruction,
and destruction
to the heathen
to the heathen
that speak against us,
that speak against us,
thy prophets,
thy prophets,
teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the princes,
the priests,
the priests,
Israelite brothers,
and the Israelite brothers,
and the school.
and the schools.
Send evil,
Send evil
and curses,
and curses,
and punishment,
and punishment,
and destruction,
and destruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose,
and shake loose
the treasure
the treasure
of the rich,
of Israel.
It's like that refuse
To
to get to the school,
to give to the school,
force their riches,
to
enter into thy sanctuary,
enter into thy sanctuary.
send evil,
Send evils
and curses,
and curses,
punishment,
and punishment,
and destruction,
and destruction
to the Edomites,
to the Edomites,
and the nations,
and the nations,
and the drug dealers,
and the drug dealers,
court system,
court
the
system,
prison system,
the prison
the
system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments,
all the governments
of our enemies,
of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues,
Amalek synagogues,
and
and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
Islam,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
Posse Comitatus,
Toxicomatati,
the gay movement,
the gay movement,
the
lesbian movement,
spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space
the
program,
NASA space program,
Army,
Navy,
Air Force,
Marines,
Wall Street,
open up the internet,
and the airways,
and the airways,
cable access
the
channel,
cable access channel,
and the radio channel,
and the radio channels.
Convict the spirit
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people
of any of thy people
that seek to stop
that seek to stop us
and bring swift destruction
and bring swift destruction
to all the heathens
to all the heathens
that stand in the way
that stand in the way
or try to stop
us
from broadcasting your
from
word
broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro
through the earth. And consume
them.
Plagues.
Let the plagues
shake the house.
shake the house
of
of the thief
and
and the murderer.
Let Yahweh
Let Yahushua, Michael,
and Gabriel come down
come down
with the flying
with
saucer
the flying
and
saucers
punish all the
and
heathens
punish all the
that
heathens
come up against
that
us.
come up against us
As we speak thy word.
as we speak thy words.
Cause it to be known
Cause it to be known
by all
by all
that it's like that it is the angels
that
had done it.
that had done it.
Cause it to be spread.
Cause it to be spread
through the media.
throughout
the whole world.
the whole world.
Cause it to shake.
Cause it to shake
At thy coming.
at thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry, it's me. Before we close the service, you want to be anointed at all? Or you 12? 12? Okay. All right. With that being said, men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teachers. men of Israel, Amijim, Shabbat, Amijim, Barak,
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
Yajmatah. Class dismissed.